Set another marker. So now I do Burp Suite Extender. I didn't terminate the room. I don't reopen close tab. I'm a horrible person. Terminate. Cool, so final room. Welcome to the Burp Suite Extender room. This room will focus on the Burp Suite modular aspects, the expose functionality, which allows developers to craft additional modules for the framework. This is what we were just talking about if I want to make a FAF. So, do you think there'll be any discounts this year during holidays for Burp? I have no idea. I've never bought it, so I don't know what the history is. So coding Burp modules is far outside the scope of the module, but we will take a quick look at the API documentation, as well as going over the typical process for adding new modules within the Burp BAP store. You will not need to add target machine to complete the run, but you should ensure that you have access to a copy of Burp Suite. If you're using the attack box, make sure to start it now. BAP store. Get your BAPs out. Let's start taking a look at the extender interface. Let's get it up as well. The default view in extender gives us an overview of the extensions that we've loaded into Burp. There are none in the screenshot. We'll change this in the next few tasks. The first box towards the top of the interface provides us with a list of extensions, allows us to activate or deactivate them for the project. The options to the left of the box allow us to uninstall extensions with the remove button, or install new ones from files on our disk. These could be either modules that we've coded or modules that have been made available on the internet but are not in the BAP store. Up and down buttons in this section control the order in which the extensions are listed. Extensions are invoked in descending order based on the list. In other words, all traffic passing through Burp Suite will be passed through each extension in order, starting with the top of the list, working its way down. This can be very important when dealing with extensions that modify the request, as some may counteract or otherwise hinder another. Towards the bottom of the window we have some details, output and errors for the currently selected module. These can be used to view module information as well as for debugging. Are extensions invoked in an ascending or a descending order? D. The BAP store. The BAP store gives us a way to easily list official extensions and integrate them seamlessly with Burp Suite. Extensions can be written in a variety of languages, the most common Java, which integrates into the framework automatically, or Python, which requires the Jython interpreter. Now let's start on installing a Java extension. Must get the feel of the BAP store. The request timer extension, written by Nick Taylor, allows us to log the time that each request we send takes to receive a response. This is extremely useful discovering the presence of and exploiting time-based vulnerabilities. For example, in a login form which takes an extra second to process, may contain a valid username than ones that do not. We can then quickly generate a list of possible usernames that use the difference in time to see which usernames are valid. Switch over to the BAP store, subtask, and search for request timer. There should only be one result. Click on install. Yeah. Notice that the new tab appeared in the main window. There it is. Yeah. Different extensions have different behaviors. Some merely add items to the right-click context. Others create entirely new tabs in the main menu. As this is just an example of using the BAP store, we won't cover the request timer here. However, switching to the new tab and taking a look is highly recommended. Look through the list of apps in the BAP store and install at least one other that catches your fancy. Have they got a FAF one? Why not? Why hasn't anyone made we've got Burp to Florida Bridge, Auth Analyzer, Asset Discovery, AWS ones, that's nice. CRSF, cause, EXIF tool scanner. Kerberos auth, that's nice. Log for shell scanner.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the following, Novatak. I'm seriously going to look at making a FUF module. It's got to be done. Right. I'm not installing one because they don't take my fancy. Right, Jython. Integrating Jython into Burp Suite has already been done in the attack box. Feel free to skip this if you're not using a local machine. If we want to use Python modules in Burp, we need to have downloaded and included the separate Jython jar interpreter. Is this mandatory? Add JRuby and Burp. Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm not installing Jython. While coding our own modules is far outside the scope, it's worth looking very briefly at how the task might be approached. Extender exposes a large number of API endpoints that new modules can hook into when integrating with Burp Suite. We can view these in the API subtab. I wonder actually if they block it at the API level, then you're knackered anyway. You wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, if you tried to send a response and they're like, oh no, if they've API limited the responses you can make, that's a bit okay. Each item in the list on the left of the sub-tab documents different endpoints, all of which can be called from within extensions. The endpoint gives developers a lot of power in writing extensions to interact seamlessly with the existing functionality of Burp Suite. As you may expect, we can interact with these endpoints in any language supported by Burp Suite. Java, Python, and Ruby. If you're particularly interested in coding your own extension, a wonderful reference can be found here. Let's save that. Read through the information about the Extender API. Bonus question. Read through the list of API endpoints and find a few which interest you. Have a look through the documentation and see how the endpoints might be used. Let's see if we've got... We should have a scanner listener, a scanner check. Do a passive scan, do an active scan. Intruder attack, there you go. This method is used to retrieve a HTTP service for the attack. Payload generator. So yeah, I'm guessing this interface is limited, that's the thing. Oh, well that was a fairly short room. Short and sweet, you've completed the Burp Extender room. Why is this a sub only? This is fucking stupid. This is like the shortest room. But yeah, I can use it. And we got a badge. We're unable to generate a link, sick. We got burped. Yay! Cool. Maybe because of the badge. Yeah, but the first two are in the free rooms. It's only those final three that we've just done that are sub only. And to be honest, I don't think any of those three were that special. Other than running the attack box that you've got to send the responses to, but they've got free rooms that do that. I think it's a bit rich to ask for subs for those. It's a bit different when it's like this, then it's the full content, and you've got like specific rooms. But the Burp Suite stuff should be like free and in any entry level rooms that they've got. Like, yeah, there's just no reason to have that as subbed. Right, with that, where does that get us to? Junior Pen Tester. So we've got network security next, and then the final ones. So 63% through. Not going to do any more tonight. Let's find someone to raid.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, 0xdan, Danielle. Who's on InfoSec Streamers? Let's have a link. There we got a few. Christy or Labda, yeah. So if you haven't seen it already, then there's this link to all the current live streams. Labda, they were in here earlier. Let's send them their way. So let's send a raid over to the Labda. Cool. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. We'll probably continue. I'll probably do the Nmap ones off stream because those are pretty standard, and we've got the Nmap rooms anyway. We'll probably go through the Metasploit rooms actually because these two were subs. Perhaps these ones as well, the vulnerability research ones. That's quite interesting. But yeah, other than that, I will leave you in Labda's very capable hands. Thank you again for the joins and the follows and the raids and just generally popping in. And yeah, hopefully see you in the next streams. Ciao.